Hey, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to walk you through Tradingview, which is a web-based charting platform that I use in my daily trading, and I highly recommend checking out Tradingview because it offers some great charting and analysis tools that can come in very handy. So let's go through this. First of all, this is the regular chart that you'll see, where you see your price action. You can choose indicators as well, and I will show you how to modify your charts. So first of all, on the left you see your regular charting tools. You can always open it up and choose from the different tools like trend lines with angles, horizontal lines. You can choose to use arrows as well if you want to make annotations, which will come in handy as we'll see later. Here you have other regular chart studies like pitchforks and fans. Here's the Fibonacci retracement as well. You have Fib time zones, circles, and all the regular charting stuff. Here you have more annotation tools. You can use the brush or rectangles, which I always use in my own trading to create those zones. And whenever you have drawn something on your charts, then you will see something like this pop up, this menu, and here you can style the charting on in the chart tool that you just used. So you can choose the color, you can choose you can change the outline of the tool, the background color, the thickness. You can also change the coordinates and other things. You can change the order and the visibility. You can clone it, you can hide it if you want, and with Control and Z you can undo your change. And also here you have more annotation and text-based possibilities. You can use arrows and just regular text, which I like to use to remind me of important areas that I want to keep track of. And here's something that I like to use is the head and shoulders function. You can also see they have for triangle patterns, ABCD, 3 drives, and lots of other things, Elliott waves as well. But I prefer to use the head and shoulders, and it's very easy to use the head and shoulders here on Tradingview. So you just click somewhere and then you see the left shoulder, then you click again and you get the head, and one more, then you get the right shoulder. And this is how you can place the head and shoulders very easily on your charts. And then you just have your annotations here and you are reminded of what you are charting. Here's something very interesting. You can visualize the reward to risk ratio if you plan to enter a trade. So for example, let's say if we enter a long position for the price right here, we would click here. Then you can see to the bottom is your stop loss level, which you can then drag and move around. And as you move around it, you'll see that the reward to risk ratio here changes here as well. So if we move the potential target a little bit higher, then the reward to risk ratio obviously goes up as well. And that's something very nice, how you can analyze potential trades and get an idea for reward to risk on your trades. The same you can find here as well for short positions. You can use the date range and the price range picker. Here you have more icons for annotations. I really like to use them to point out things during my analysis, and then once I come back to my charts, I can visualize and remind myself very easily. And also, if you want to change the changes you make, you just click here on the top right, and then you click here on Save Chart Layout, and then Tradingview will save everything you did, and next time you open up the browser, you can just start where you left off. And also here in the top right, you can change the chart layout. So in the basic, in the free version, you just can analyze one chart at a time. But if you change the chart layout in the paid version, then you get split charts, as you can see here. So now you can analyze 2 charts next to each other. If you move your mouse a little bit to the bottom, you can see that this area here appears, and you can use it to scroll in and out. You can also just double click here on the right price axis and move your prices up and down to change the scaling a little bit. And once you double click again in the price axis, everything comes back to the normal view. So let's go back to our regular chart view. So obviously you can change the time frames, which can be found here. You can change from a variety of different settings. Here, if you want to change the market that you are watching, you can type in the market and then you see what is available. And then you basically get, you get the new chart here, as you can see, and you can start your charting again. You can also save the chart, and then all the different changes you make will be applied. And even when we go back then to the US dollar Canadian, all the changes will still be there. Here you can change between bars and candles, Heikin Ashi, line graphs, Renko, Kagi, and point and figure as well. Here are more settings that you can use. It's for styling, scales, you can change the background, you can change the time zones that you use for your candle closes as well. You can choose to visualize the session breaks here as well. If you're trading stocks, you can analyze extended trading hours, specifically if you check this box. What I like to do sometimes is to get an idea of recent price and news events. You can go to events and alerts, and then here you can show economic events on the chart. And then you'll see here that this pops up, and then once you have a hover over this area, then Tradingview will show you the news event for the day, the actual, the expected, and the last week's number or last month's number, and then you can also compare it and see how it impacted price movements. What I really like about Tradingview is the possibility to add price alerts. So when I do my analysis, I always plan my trades ahead, and I mark important key areas that I want to keep track of, and Tradingview makes that very easy. So for example, let's say price is here right now, and we want to get notified once price breaks the lows. Then what I'm gonna do is I just go here with my mouse, and then here on the right you can see the plus. And once you click on the plus, you can get you see this little pop-up, and then you can just add an alert. And once Tradingview has created this alert, it opens up all your alert list, and then you can see US dollar Swiss franc is right here. And here you can open and close your alerts area as well if you want to change them later. And alerts is a very great feature in Tradingview, which I always recommend people check out more. And then here you can also see here's now the alert set. If you go over, you will see what we done here. And of course, you want to keep track and collect your screenshots of your trades and your analysis, and this is very easy as well in Tradingview. So for that, we just go to the bottom here to this camera icon. Once you click it, you get this new pop-up here. So if you want to just share the link with other people, you want to post it maybe in Twitter or share it in your trading group, you just grab this link here and you can copy paste it, and it will take the people to your exact chart with all the annotations. But if you want to save a screenshot, you will just click here, and then you will see that a new window opens with your screenshot. Then you just right click on your mouse and you can save the image, and then you have it on your computer as well. What I really like as well is the functionality of ideas in Tradingview. So let me just quickly show you what this means. Here in the bottom you see the button publish idea, and when you click it, then you will see a new pop-up, and here you can capture your thoughts on this particular chart that you have in the background. So what I use it for is when I do my Sunday analysis, I often create ideas. So after I've come up with a potential trade idea, I just capture my thoughts. Here you put the title, here you put the description, what you saw in the chart, what you think will happen. You can also create if-then scenarios, so things that you are still waiting for. For example, we will short after this trend line breaks, then you can capture here your thoughts. Here you can have your bias, long, short, or neutral. That will then also be stored with your idea. And once you click here on publish the idea, Tradingview will save it, and then I will show you what happens next. So this is your personal profile on Tradingview. And once you created your idea on a specific market, you can scroll down, and then you will see something like your stream. They call it idea stream, and here are all the ideas that I've published so far. So for example, if we click here, then we see the US dollar Canadian, and this is the idea in the moment that I choose to save my idea. And what is really great about Tradingview and the ideas is that you have this play button right now, right here on the right hand side, and if you click it, then Tradingview will replay or will move the chart forward to the price action that has happened since you published your idea. So when we click here, you will see it loading, and then you can see price moved up a bit, and now just recently it moved a bit lower. And this is what has happened. You can do this with all your ideas that you've published, and it's a great way to keep track of your analysis and also to evaluate how accurate your analysis were when you created them. And I really like to go through my old ideas that I have captured and then just replay them and see how my thoughts have played out over time. You can also use it to compare it with your actual trades. So for example, maybe you have taken an analysis with a potential trade idea that you've mapped out, but then you took a trade that went very differently, and then you can compare why that happened. Maybe you were just scared to take the trade, or you can find other weaknesses in your trade. And finally, of course, you can add indicators to your charts. Just click here or here, and then you get this pop-up, and you can type whatever you would like, and then Tradingview will show you what is available. You can also overlay your charts with different charts. So for example, if we want to compare the US dollar Swiss franc with a euro Swiss franc, we can just type it in here, and then Tradingview will compare the two graphs. The new red line is then the euro Swiss franc, and you can check for correlations or other things that you want to compare. Here is always the stuff here on the top left, you always see the actual and your current chart studies. So this is the euro Swiss franc that we just plotted. If you want to change the format, you just click on the cog here. You can change the color. You can also change the scale, which is sometimes comes in handy. So you can better compare it if you change the scaling. Here you can hide and unhide it. And if you want to get rid of it, you just click here on the X and it deletes it. The same is obviously true for indicators. So you can see I plotted the Bollinger Bands on my charts. And when I want to change the settings, I just click here again on this settings icon. And then you can change all the visual stuff, like the middle moving average, the upper and the lower band, the background. Here again, you can change the scaling. And of course, you can also change the settings here for the length, the standard deviation, and everything else. And this is how you can modify all the different indicators on your charts. And also this is the same for the indicators at the bottom here. When you click on the settings, you can change all the different things. If you, like me, use specific chart studies very often, then there's a shortcut that you can use. So for example, let's say we use trend lines very often. Then we just hover to trend lines, and then you can see this star here. And once we click the star, you add it to your favorites. And then you can see this toolbar that I created here. And then you have quick access to trend lines and all the other favorites that you choose to add to your quick bar analysis here. And that's basically it. Obviously, there's much more to it. There's lots of other shortcuts, and I just urge you to, and I recommend just play around with it, explore all the different buttons and features, and you will get comfortable with Tradingview very quickly. And it's a great way to chart your trades and keep track of your markets that you are trading. And of course, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below, and I'm very happy to help out and answer all your questions. Happy trading!